Hi, good evening to all of you. Jai Hind, आप सभी का स्वागत है. This is Chandramouli in front of you, and I welcome you to this session. A very new initiative is coming by, and I'll come to that part. But let me introduce this channel to you. Let's Crack UPSC CSE English is going to become one of those channels that is going to give you some standard content, the standard format, the standard maybe the educators that are going to give you a lot of knowledge and information through this channel. And I must say, every of that educator that you might have seen somewhere, they all are here on this channel now. And also some announcement that I would like to make today. 12th and 13th of March, where are you? If you are somewhere around Delhi, we would like you to visit the Unacademy store. And in that store, you can try to interact with the educators, see what our programs are, and get a lot of learning from it. 27th of March, we have this Civil Services Championship, and you can enroll it below in the description. There is a link for it. You can enroll in this and you can get a lot of prizes. But more than this, I would say you would get to know your rank and assessment of what the weaker areas are. There could also be a lucky draw in which you can win up to rupees 1 lakh of Amazon vouchers. Also, anyone out there who would need a mentorship support from me, I think I am there for you all, and the personal coach is provided in Iconic subscription, mains coach as a practice, study planner, and open house with educators. Good evening, Jai Hind everyone, and you can get into touch with your, I would say, any such question if you have, you can get in touch with me or the counselor, 7825-860-244. The prime time, this is the first session in which I try to maybe outline what is our initiative. This is my Telegram channel link, so the people out there who have still not joined this, please do so. A lot of things are going to come here and it is going to be really soon. So, the main question, or let me begin this session with a very positive thing, and it goes like, Gate shoko na kartavyo bhavishyam naiva chintayet vartamanena kalena vartayanti vichakshana. That is to mean what has happened, and you cannot have any force over it. Do not repent over it. Whatever is yet to come is yet to come, and you don't have hold over that also. The only thing that you have hold over is the present time, and that I feel is our prime time. The prime time shows you that there is something very important that is happening every day, and you have to keep tab of every such happening around you in such a manner that is related to UPSC. So I welcome you to this session, and I want you to understand few things that we are to do. Okay, now by this time, I would not say that we don't know what current affairs is. But yes, under the definition of current affairs, I would say lot of pseudo current affairs has already come up. When I say pseudo current affairs, that is to mean when I read the newspaper, I can get many things into it or from it, yet I may not be able to tell you where the UPSC can ask you questions. But if I have been doing my studies in an effective manner, any day if I ask you in today's newspaper, were there really 10 of news items that we have to study for UPSC? You out there would tell me, sir, today we had only 4 to 5 items for the day to study, and these were the current affairs for UPSC. When I mix this with the pseudo current affairs, I really get to understand, and I really get worried about the fact that there are current affairs that are totally flooded everywhere, but that may not be as much useful for UPSC. And they could be. I don't say they're not useful. They are not as useful. They do not have that exhaustive nature for UPSC. They could have it for other exams. I really understand that. But when I want to do for UPSC, I don't have that much of time to go beyond and venture out into what a question in banking exam can come. I really don't have time to venture out and look for what the state news is. I really don't have that much time to venture out into what maybe a temporary thing might be happening in some corporation. I really don't have that time because I am just made for UPSC. And if you are made for UPSC, you will have to understand, you will have to really maybe filter it out. The pseudo current affairs that is there, you will have to filter it out. And then what remains is the current affairs for you. And I really speak on this day in a manner, I think many of you have been seeing me, have been following me in some channels or others, but by this medium, I would like to tell you a very concrete effort on current affairs is going to start. And when I say a new thing is coming, by that means I would really not venture out into the pseudo current affairs that I call so. I would only venture out into the events or the happenings as they happen, and I just only want to see their UPSC angle. That is to mean if I have to see their UPSC angle, I must have few things with me, and these are, you cannot see the UPSC angle until and unless you have your lens of, maybe I would say, syllabus. Again, the people out there know me that this whole syllabus, I have often said this, can be divided into themes. And if I have those themes with me on a daily basis, I just try to fit these themes onto the newspaper, onto the magazines, onto the journals, onto the websites, and then I try to filter out, is it really that much, having that much threshold that it can be asked? If yes, I will try to see what can come, what is the probability out of it. If not, I just leave it right away. So my motto is not to become that Vidwan, that person who knows everything. My only concern is that I will become that person who knows what the questions can come, and I will just hit the questions and I will get a rank. This is what shall be our strategy, and I have often said this. Do not feel that you don't know one question. You feel one thing only, and that is the question coming that day in UPSC is something that you must know. Otherwise, the whole world is around you. You cannot just grasp everything. You cannot keep a hold of everything. There has to be some, I would say, parameter on the basis of which you will check what is going to come and what may not come. I will like to build that parameter. We were following a lesson. We were following a program that is the dose of notes. I would say dose of notes have gone a very, I would say a very high standard. But then on a daily basis, if you do something, I just want you to start one thing from tomorrow onwards. This will be a very consistent effort. What we are trying to do is, I on a daily basis would have done some research onto the magazines, would have done the research on the newspaper, would have done the research on the editorials, and that is not going to be one, that is going to be spread across the newspapers, across the editorials. So you don't need to venture out much into the newspapers when they come. I'll just let you know what the concrete thing has come by. And once I know the concrete thing has come by, and I know this well because I have the themes with me always. Once I have the themes with me, I know where to fit the topics. Once I know where to fit the topics, I can deliver you some pointers on a daily basis, and we'll just keep on updating this. Daily basis, I'll give you pointers as they have come, and you just have to, thank you so much. You just have to update it on a daily basis. That would be our initiative. End of 2 months, I'll say end of 2 months only from today, we would have covered at least 50% of the themes, and you would have become confident in at least 50% of the themes. That is my assurance, my guarantee to you. But the only thing that you have to do is, you will have to be consistent. You will have to wean away some idea from your mind that sir is not taking up this topic, but sir should have taken. Please understand, if that topic would have been so important, I have my interaction with every such educator. I have my interaction with you all. I have my interaction with the people who have already cleared and who are still there somewhere and looking for this examination. They are the ones who might be even getting a chance to frame a question. We all are in touch. And if I'm not taking up that topic, maybe you can allow me, you can ask me that, sir, is this so important? I'll let you know. But if it is so important, I'll take it definitely. What I'll do is, you will get on a daily basis, not the news items. I don't have to care about the news items. The news items, let them remain into the paper. I just want you to develop one thing, and that is, what was so important under these magazines head, under these newspaper columns, editorials, that you should have known. And via these, we develop a lot of things. Let me just tell you, what are we going to develop? Now, please understand. If we have already developed our pointers on certain themes, please understand what do you get. The questions that come into the examination, you have ready-made pointers with you, number one. Number two, we are going to get through the nick of answer writing. Now, I would be very frank on this also. Answer writing is such a thing that people all around understand that I'll just go that day and I'll write an answer. This cannot happen. This should not happen. If you are that much serious to crack this examination, begin this answer writing with a passion. But your passion may die off if this answer writing is not preceded by content. What am I looking towards is, if I give you a theme and if I give you a lot of current pointers on it, I will have to speak the static part. I will have to give you the facts that were there. And when this content is all with you, then after 2 months, you sit with your answer writing and you will do wonderful. But before this, I'll give you also on this answer writing part itself, every theme is to be given an introduction and a conclusion. And let me be very clear, I don't think any one of you would have done this by this time, that you have the theme ready with you and you have written a common introduction and a common conclusion, and that would be a set of something which you can have in your head. The common problem that come to me is, sir, how do we write the conclusion for geography questions? How do we write the conclusion for history questions? Because you have not thought in that manner. Your maybe area of learning was this. And you don't have to be a learner, you have to be an aspirant. So even from this area, you will have to think of some very futuristic positive thing that I'll write in the conclusion. And the introduction, a set of things that we will prepare, and that will always be there in front of our paper. If this introduction is there, I think we get our confidence to at least start the answer in a positive manner, and the examiner sitting over there gets that you are someone who has prepared well. Maybe people might be using current affairs only to have pointers. But I know current affairs is such a thing that can give you conclusion, that can give you introduction, and then can give you the whole gist of answer. So please take this seriously. It is something on a serious front that is being done, and it requires a lot of effort. It will not be done in a random manner that I just wake up and I just tell you that this is thing that has happened. I would not be a reporter there. I would be a researcher who has done some research, but not for any field, only for UPSC, only for UPSC. And hence I say it is beyond the news and beyond the editorials that maybe you can see every day. The editorials are there and their ideas are there, but do you know, on an editorial itself, there could be at least 10 views. There could be at least 10 views on which you can try to write an answer. We might not have thought in that manner because we have just written his or her points. What about the critical points when you inquire, when you have the curiosity mind and you ask them? This is what we have to develop. And after 2 months of time, you would be writing one editorial that should have got published into the paper. That should be the stature, that should be the level that you should come to. Also, I would say it is really beyond, it is really, good evening everyone. It is beyond news and editorial. Again, I'll let you know. News we don't have to do. News is something that is coming every day. We cannot do news. We have to speak on what is happening really in a thematic manner. Just imagine. Okay, Ukraine and Russia has been in news for I think now for a great part of this month and even the February month. And you could have read this every day editorial, everyday news. Do you really feel that we should have done Ukraine and Russia in that manner? Every day when I see the newspaper, I see Ukraine and Russia and a full column is there of Ukraine and Russia. Is it really important that much for UPSC? Whatever is so much in news is not a news for UPSC. That is what I have learned. They aren't focusing on Ukraine and Russia now. Their focus has shifted to Ethiopia now, and the UPSC paper, this prelims will have Ethiopia as a question. You can mark it right now. It is going to have probability 99% it is going to be there because Ukraine Russia has been so much. Or they would ask you about Black Sea, that could be all. But Ukraine Russia is done. They cannot ask you that much of question or that many questions. And even if they ask you, suppose 1% chance if they ask you, what is now left that you would not be able to answer? So my only initiative is that let's move on to that part of the news and editorial that we really don't understand well. And it is our themes that we have to develop. And after this, when these are corroborated, our dose of notes would come by. When we have the pointers of the current, we corroborate it with the dose of notes so that we have a holistic learning. That holistic learning will actually help you get a lot of marks in the examination. So we will prepare our syllabus well via these themes. Then I'll give you the pointers as they would come. And these pointers are, I'll tell you now itself, I have a habit of taking it from the good people. If the editorial is so good, I take a pointer from them directly. And I'll be very frank with this. I make them my own words. And I also try to modify them and I give you my own. And I will try to work upon, or we will try to work upon, the answer writing tools where we have introduction and the conclusion as the major challenge, which we will try to satiate from here. And the last but not the least, the X factors. And I see these factors are already there in you. I see these factors are somewhere hiding in you. And many of you really have recognized also. But I just want you to feel you are a unique person and you have that factor in you. And this factor would only come by when you try to do something different, something unique from whatever has been going on. And once you start doing this, no, UPSC respects originality. This is what I have felt entire life. UPSC respects originality. If you are that original, no one can stop you. But you will have to work hard for this. You will have to be there with me. You will have to prepare the notes. Otherwise, everything will go in vain. You will just come, listen, and go away. That is not going to help neither you nor me. So please understand via this, if I can have a request from all of you, a promise from all of you, if you can give me, if you really want to crack this examination, if you're really serious about this, you will have to become serious with your notes. You will have to become serious with your strategy. And once you become, no, you are 99% close to UPSC. And that 1%, no, is the gamble of luck that I'll still put in. But this 99% is the achievement that you have already made. And you will come past every such aspirant that you might have met if you have some strategy that maybe we will discuss in all these courses or the course of time. So I hope, since I have sent this promise request, I haven't seen anyone promising right now. So I suppose you will not promise then, huh? You're not going to promise me then. Should I take it in that manner? And once promising, you should not break it, because I think you are that person who says when promise is a promise. You are not going to break this. Only Surya is interested in this, and Surya ji says, okay, Sujan ji also says that there is a promise that you will try to maybe come up with all these standard things and you will crack this examination. Okay, so Saurav ji, Sujan ji and Surya ji is there. Nachiketa ji, I'll take the promise even if Nachiketa ji is not doing, because I'll have to take the promise even you are not doing this. So Simran ji, I'll have to take the promise. Vijay ji is also here. Okay, Vijay ji, Simran, Shikha ji already here. Okay, so okay, I know you all. So I think the promise is already taken, and we begin this journey with the positive things. Okay, one more thing that is coming by is, no, I really don't know how many of you are giving prelims this year. Are you giving prelims in 2022? Anyone out there? Prelims 2022? Thank you, Richa ji. Thank you so much. Chandan ji has been, I see, very much following. And I think I'm blessed that I have you all maybe as my mentees. What I feel is, and really, I would really want now, this is my wish, that you crack this examination the year that you said. Okay, so Simran ji is giving, and Sonu ji, Shikha ji also. So what we are doing now, so this 500, the powered 500 will start. What I'll do is, I have chalked down 500 themes. So along with Ravi Agrahari sir and Mohan sir, we are coming with this powered 500. So they are going to be exclusively and in an excellent manner give you a lot of ideas about which topics they have chosen. So we have all done this research. I have also chosen some. So we'll try to give you the powered 500. Wait for this also, no? Okay, so Vijay ji and Richa ji, do wait for this. We are going to have this launch soon, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Powered 500 will start. The topics directly, they can hit the paper. So maybe just have a listening to it. And Mohan sir, so much hard work that he has already done for this, predicting the questions. Ravi sir is already there. And we all three are trying to give you many things from here. Okay, Chandan ji. So I would say you all have got one more avenue now. One is this part that will be continuing. That will be the current affairs continuing thing. But since you have already to give this, I would also want you to come into this powered 500, in which the topics are already chosen and given to you based upon the pointers. And we also give you the probable questions as they would come by. Got it? Got it, everyone? Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we begin with the session tomorrow itself. So this was an introduction session and I just wanted to have a chit chat with you. Any questions from your side? Any questions from your side? Any questions from your side? Please, so I also have promised myself and I promise you that I'll not let you all down. That is my promise to all of you. And that is my promise to myself also, because it is really a very, I would say, painstaking thing for this examination. I think it requires a lot of effort also, and you have to do self-effort. No one is going to help you. So I'm there with you all. The only thing is how much you are there for yourself. This is what you have to take care. And I know. So geography also. So Mohan sir is also taking geography here. So Mohan sir will take the geography part. So I'll take the current affairs part, and geography already is happening on this Let's Crack UPSC CSE, the big channel that we have. Okay, so we are going to have there also and here also. Here a lot of things are going to come, Suryaj, you know, a lot of things are going to come by. Richa ji, yes, we have this, today is the special class, I suppose, yes. So let me see, we have a class, it is current affairs only, no? So we have this prime time at this 9 or 8:30. It will be notified. It is there at 9 p.m. or 8:30. In the evening only it will happen. In the evening only. In the evening only it will happen here. Evening, yeah. Okay, Suryaji, you can try to message me also, no? Optional. If there is any problem, let me know. If there is any problem, let me know. We'll put our efforts, sir, as you have promised. You should done. Promised you. Done with CA completely. I trust you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think that would be all from my side, and let's meet tomorrow and let's crack this examination in an, I would say, passionate manner. So if anyone out there who would want my mentorship, now you'll have to take Iconic subscription, and plus is 433 per month. If you apply my code of CMC, it is 3899, and Iconic it's 6208 per month, and if you apply my code of CMC, it will be 5587 per month. And for optional, 2292 per month, and if you apply my code of CMC, it is 2063 per month. Okay. I'll come to that part. Thank you, Chandan. Thank you so much. So you can take hassle-free loaning facility from us, 0% interest rate, no processing fee, approval in 2 hours, minimal paperwork, and flexible tenure is already there. And we have already launched with these batches. The Plus people who are there in Plus also know they can come here from tomorrow. We are launching this. And Score Booster test series is already running by 15 questions, 15 minutes, and you can click in the description to enroll. 10 a.m. it happens. And the free mega test series, The Hindu is Wednesday, CSAT is Saturday. Thank you so much. And as rightly said by Chandanji, that the constancy is the key to success. If you are constant, no one can stop you. And I'm there with you all. So let's crack this examination well and be constant in your efforts. Thank you so much. Jai Hind. Take care of yourself, and let's meet in the night in the special class. Thank you so much.